All right. Oh, there we go. You see, this is why I need to like run through all of my like scenes and everything before I start the stream. Otherwise, I get started and I don't got no fucking head. So no head. Hello and welcome to the Shark Stream. It's me. It's Gage. It's Thursday. It's Final Fantasy XIV. Oh, and what has been going on? In Dawn Trail news, they have released the Savage difficulty of the first raid series, so that's pretty cool. I haven't fucking touched it. Not for lack of interest or anything. Hello, Esamuko, welcome. But mostly just because I'm scared. What's up? It's related to peanut butter. Yeah? Did you eat so much that you might vomit again? Cassie, don't. Get that little paw off there. Yes. You gotta learn some self-control. So, Cassie is currently out of her crate at the moment, and I'm trusting her not to be too disruptive. So, to give you an idea, so let me talk about this real quick. The way that I used to have my desk set up is I got a series of shelves to my right here. And the way that I had it set up is that on the top shelf, I had a row of books, some of which I've finished, some of which I haven't. I just had those up there, and then I had a bunch of amiibo to the right of them. And then on the shelf below that was my Series X, which I need to turn off, actually. That's been on, like, for a good chunk of the day. I had it on so that Cassie could sleep on top of it and be warm, but... Well, no, I turned it on this time because I was having trouble with the capture card. Anyway, neither here nor there. So, an issue that has been cropping up a bit recently has been Cassie really wants to be as high up as possible. And previously, the only way for her to do that was to climb up onto that top shelf, do her best to tiptoe through all my amiibo, which she was not very good at, and then climb on top of the books, which were not particularly stable. So, it came to a head last night because she would always knock over amiibo, she would always knock over the books. Came to a head last night when I was trying to sleep, and I hear her hop up there, and then just the most fucking, like, shocking clamor as just a bunch of shit falls off that shelf. So I was just like, okay, I don't want to put her in the crate all night because I'll feel bad. Because I don't think she doesn't deserve to be put in the crate all night. So I was just like, all right, how can I fix this? So what I've done is, it's a very innovative solution. I switched the shelves that the Xbox and the books were on. So now the books are on the second shelf from the top. The Series X, which is considerably more stable than a row of books, is now on the top shelf. So there is plenty of room for Cassie to hop up there and just be tall. She is still trying to tiptoe through the amiibo, which have also been moved to the second shelf. Because she uses that one to, like, climb over to my desk. So it's not a perfect solution. But, you know, hopefully she realizes that there's easier ways to get over to the desk. But yeah. So, she has, I feel like, almost as a direct result, bitten and scratched me way less today. Because I'm not spending so much of my day, like, picking her up and, like, manhandling her to, like, bring her back down to the floor level. I'm eating this, like, pre-cooked orange chicken that I got from the grocery store. And it's good. Most orange chicken I feel like I had hasn't gone quite so hard on, like, the citrusy taste. So I'm not particularly sure if I enjoy that. I was supposed to get the sesame chicken, but they were out, unfortunately. Ah. What else has been going on? This music is just very soothing. This is the Crashed Frigate Orpheon from Metroid Prime. I couldn't tell you what my excuse me, my reasoning behind why I wanted to use this music today was. But it's just like I said, you know what, I do kind of want to start today kind of like chill. Listening reminded me I should add it to my playlist. Hello, Lucas. Yeah, I still need to figure out the... What's the word I'm looking for? The, I want to... I've talked about this before. I want to do a full playthrough of the Metroid series in timeline order. Maybe that'll be what I do on Wednesdays. Widley Wednesdays. I don't know. We'll see. I would have to start with Zero Mission, so... But I would need to figure out the logistics of streaming Samus Returns specifically. I don't know if I want to, like, put myself through Federation Force, though. Like, Federation Force is the... Because, like, the... What is it? Like, it's Rule of Threes, right? No, not... I guess not Rule of Threes, but, like, Federation Force was part of the... like, sort of, hammering home of Sylix being... the new Metroid Prime villain. But I feel like I don't necessarily need that, because you've already got... If I do well enough in Metroid Prime 3, we'll get that anyway. On one hand, I'm like, but what about all the games you haven't started? On the other, well, you should just stream what you enjoy. Yeah, the main issue right now would be that I would need to pull out my Wii U for that. Which isn't, like, a huge problem. Like, there's part of me that kind of hopes that between now and whenever I do that, they just fucking, like, I don't know, stealth drop a Switch port of Samus Returns, or, like, a remaster of Metroid Prime 2 and 3. It'd be nice! That's all I'm saying. Like, I was watching a playthrough, or some highlights from Penny Snapcube's playthrough of the first couple Metroid Prime games, and she makes an observation. It's so weird, Nintendo's whole fucking attitude towards Metroid, where it's just like, for the longest time, they didn't really give a shit about Metroid. Like, that's why they farmed it out to Retro Studios to begin with, right? And it's like, these days, like, that seems insane. That, like, you've got something like the Metroid series in your back pocket, and you're just, for the longest time, you're just not doing anything with it. Remember when people shouted Sakamoto for Other M? I mean, Other M sucked. Let's be honest here. Other M is not a good game. Then he revived 2D Metroid and Famicom Detective Club. It was truly a redemption arc for him. Like, we have to be honest, Other M's not a good game. Alright. I should probably get started. So here we are. Last thing that happened was we totally fucking embarrassed Fordola in front of the entire Garlean army. And she took it really well. Alright, we did all this dialogue. Alright, Alvino. I trust you are well rested and refreshed, yes? Then let us return to the front. The greater part of the Alliance forces should have advanced into the peaks by now, and I expect we will pass many of our comrades on the road east. There's a checkpoint along the way, as I recall, but we will need only to identify ourselves to the soldiers in order to pass. Let's go! Dibby-da-bow. So you may notice that I look a little different between last stream and this stream, and that's because I hit a level 100 with Wed Mage. So I have the Dawn Trail artifact gear on. You know, because I wanted to. And it looks really nice. I can't wear the hat because, again, for some reason, they're still fucking making hats that Viera can't wear. You know, been around for 2 fucking expansions at this point, but fuck, who cares? So I have supplemented it with the casting hat from the Nier raids. I don't think the fucking cravat thing that I'm wearing is not what I'm actually wearing right now. I'm pretty sure I have that glamored. Hold on. Oh no, I'm totally wearing that. Okay. To the peaks. To the peaks, to the peaks, to the peaks. Scions, a pleasure to have you with us again. You'll be happy to hear we've taken Alagiri and have already begun fortifying it as our new base of operations in the peaks. Give a shout to the lads as you pass, eh? Okay. I gotta make a gross noise real quick, 1 second. Okay, I'm good. Ka-chunk. Have we been to the peaks? Well, that's a no.
I remember how they laughed. Alliance and Resistance soldiers, eager for battle, trading jokes as we marched east towards the peaks. Beyond this last line of defenses lay the locks and the city. Breaching it would be no small feat. But we beat the Imperials back, just like that. And we liberated a village, the first of many.
Cassie, you can't have any of my chicken. Look. Welcome to the peaks! There's a lightning sprite right there! Not anymore. This lightning sprite has lightning sproated its last. What the fuck am I saying? My village, the one we visited with Mefred, is far to the north. There's no easy way to get to it from here, though. Oh, shit, we did go up. What the... Why did we get a cutscene for that? We've been here already. Oh, alright, whatever. We're here proper now, I suppose. Through the pass and onward to the southeast, was it? Sorry, I'm still trying to eat. The Imperials sure do like their towers, don't they? You can barely fucking see it from here, it's so foggy. As you can see, this part of the peaks is much higher than the northern reaches, hence why the Imperials built Specula Imperatoris where they did. See those 3 towers to the east? That's her. Sits right on the edge of a cliff, so attacking from the north is a fool's errand. From the south, on the other hand, she's no different from any other Imperial installation. You see now why Belladina was so important, eh? Right then, come along, they're waiting for us in Alighieri. Let's go, Hazel. Ah, Pantera. I loved when they were in that one SpongeBob episode. This fucked up looking grasshopper. It has been like a month now, and I still get like a little giddy whenever like a mount like leans to the left or right as it turns. Cassie, where are you going? Where you going, baby girl? Alighieri was once a hub of trade and commerce, as I recall, hence the need for a large central square. Alighieri's famous for that giant crystal. Some say Ralga himself put it there. No shit, maybe we ought to ask him. It could. Well, anyway. The settlement is remarkably intact. I see little evidence of fighting. Here we are, the new base of operations for the Alliance and the Resistance. Ah, there you are. Greetings, General. I see you have been quite busy in our absence. Less than you may imagine. The Imperials fled at our coming, and we took the village without a fight. Your timing is impeccable. We were about to discuss our strategy to seize Specula Imperatoris. Though we are fresh from the road, we should be glad to attend. Good. Take a moment to gather yourselves and join us when you are ready. Okay. Na, 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 na. Okay, hold up. I gotta take a moment to gather myself. So that's why the village was unharmed. I don't know why the Imperials would abandon Alighieri without a fight, but I'm glad they did. Rather cowardly of them, uncharacteristically so. Fucked up if true. Monago would rather not keep General Aldin and the others waiting. Well, you heard the flame, General. Looks like we've got a meeting to attend. Let's go. Dibbidi-bop, dibbidi-bow. Oh, that guy's wearing the fucking... What's it called? Gunbreaker shit. Hey everybody, my name's Conrad. Enjoy your time with Monaco and akin? Aye, that's what I want to hear. Too many soldiers forget the importance of time away from all this. The Imperials underestimated us once and they paid dearly for it. They may not be so easily deceived next time. If we cannot fool them, we will simply have to break them. Hell yeah, man. Everything appears to be in order. Very good, very good. On behalf of the Elder Seedseer, I thank you for your swift and decisive action against the Primal Menace. We are not unaware of the danger it posed to our fair nation. Oh god, is this one voiced? No. That's everyone. Then let us begin. Aligiri is ours, and for a mercy we took it without losing a single man. We dare not grow complacent. Specula Imperatoris will not be so easily won. If I may, General, should we not pause to consider the Imperial's motivations? For Xenos to surrender a fortified settlement of strategic importance without so much as firing a shot is inexplicable. We searched the village and found no traps or other signs of sabotage. Suspicious though it may be, I will not refuse this gift from our enemy. The path to Alamigo is through the east, through Specula Imperatoris and Castra Mabania. It bears repeating, however, that the latter is home to a massive cannon with unparalleled range and destructive power. Which means that we will need to strike Specula Imperatoris quickly, both to limit their ability to locate our forces in the field, and to utilize the installation as a shield against attack, as they would doubtless not risk damaging the towers. I see. Then we have no choice but to accept what we have been given. Aye, that's the way of it. I've no doubt that Xenos has something planned, but we'll just have to deal with it when the time comes. To the assault, then. The main host will commence a direct assault on Specula Imperatoris. During this time, I would hold the Scions in reserve at Aligiri to deal with any Imperial forces that may be dispatched in response. Understood. Wait a minute. We should be fighting with you in the Resistance. I understand you don't want to rely too much on Aigeld after what she's been through, but at least let the rest of us do our part. No. If she wants to fight, I say let her fight. Go. Unleash hell. Thanks. I knew you would understand. Mayhap it would be best if I accompanied you. Ali's sake today with Aigale. I'll go if you must. The two of us can take care of ourselves. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. You have your orders. Dismissed. Uh-huh. Good talk, everyone. I'm sure this will go really well for everyone involved. Meanwhile, deep within an Imperial research facility... Oh, thank goodness. I was worried that I was wasting that, unethical human experimentation joke. I cry. Oh. Oh. Oh no.
My head.
Let us see. So, she lives. Impressive. Or merely lucky, though that too may prove a useful trait.
My lord, what have you done to me?
Something fucked up and weird. Don't worry about it. Excuse me.
Though we Guardians are intellectually and physiologically superior in almost all respects, we lack the hereditary traits required for the reliable manipulation of ether, hence our unique inability to wield magics. This deficiency, for want of a better word, saw us subjected to decades of oppression by the lesser races, and we were eventually driven to seek shelter in the cold northern reaches of Ilsabard. Fortunately, said region was replete with vast deposits of ceruleum, which proved instrumental in the development of Magitech, a revolutionary technology conceived to compensate for our disadvantage.
In English, Four Eyes.
It was with Magitech that we grew strong, that our nation became an empire. Yet, ultimately, this was an extrinsic solution to an intrinsic problem. What I wanted was not a crude device to be used in lieu of magic. Through modification of the Garlean genome, I argued that it might be possible to enhance a subject's ability to manipulate ether, effectively empowering them to wield magics. Alas, my theories were met with consternation in the Imperial Court.
I mean, that's fair. You sound like a fucking psycho.
Lord Xenos, with commendable foresight and wisdom, deigned to support my research.
You gave me this treatment, but I'm not Garlean.
Alamegan, through and through. What you have been granted is far greater than mere magic. Before that lesser light, it is as a second son.
But I don't even have one son.
That Alagiri was recently occupied by the Resistance, and that an attack on Specular Imperatoris is considered imminent. This could provide an ideal opportunity to test her performance in the field.
Your skulls, was it? They have joined the garrison at the watchtower?
Yes, my lord. By your leave, I would rendezvous with them and lead a counterattack against the insurgents.
No. Even were you to leave now, you would not arrive in time. There is another duty I would entrust to you.
Smile. Who's up there? It's Thancred! Found you. Excuse me. Like I said, the citrus in that fucking orange chicken hits ya. Alice, how's it going? So full of fire and ego, weren't they? Well, I wouldn't worry too much. They're strong and they have each other. At least he spared me the trouble of having to speak up. I wasn't about to let Lise go alone. Alice is ready to depart Alagiri when you are. We have a fair bit of ground to cover, so we should split up. If you come across any Imperial soldiers, you know what to do. Oh, and so you know, I sent word to our involved squadron. They are already searching other nearby areas, so we have allies in the event we encounter anything beyond our means. Oh, sick. Cool. Awesome. Well, Hazel, shall we? Destination. Ah, beans. Oh, right. I'm super busted right now. For a moment, I forgot that I was level 100. So, like, anybody I fight is just gonna be immediately decimated. More or less. And do you know maybe signs of peanut butter allergy, like my chest is itchy and face? I don't know what the signs of peanut butter allergy are. Why did I pull this out? But that is simply because I do not have a peanut butter allergy. Or a peanut allergy, I guess, is what we would really be looking at. Hey, how's it going? Ah, give me a moment, Tigale. Say that again, if you would. No, maintain your distance for now. Understood. Keep me apprised of any developments. That was Arenbald. The pair that was spying on us in the fringes has followed us here. What about you, Igale? Any trouble? Bunny bunny banunny banunny banoy. And there I was, thinking we might be due for some peace and quiet. Glad to hear you dealt with them. I hope the assault on Specula Imperatoris is going well. Oh, I have a feeling we're about to get a cutscene for just that. So hypothetically, you had those symptoms, would you go to doctor? If it was particularly bad, maybe. Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Whoa, you've improved, man.
Come now, father. You lured the fool onto my blade, and do not try to deny it.
Our work here
What
is
was
all
that
but done.
noise?
What of Conrad and his men?
They are for the main tower. The skulls have offered fierce resistance thus far, but Conrad seems to believe he can convince them to lay down their arms.
Then we will tend to the stragglers down below. With me!
His helmet is so big.
Report.
Enemy forces have overrun the lower facilities and appear to be mounting an assault on the main tower. We have already received a request for reinforcements. A unit of legionaries has been mustered and is ready to depart. They await your orders, Commander.
Stand down.
Commander?
Tell them to stand down.
Commander, if I may, our people, your people are still in there. They will be slaughtered.
You think I don't know that? I want nothing more than to help them. To lead the bloody charge. But I have my orders. Lord Xenos said no reinforcements. He would have us use the main cannon to destroy the installation.
That sounds like a bad idea.
What? Kill our own soldiers? You must be mistaken.
Mayhap you'd like to ask Lord Xenos yourself.
I mean, to be fair, that is 100% the kind of order Lord Xenos would give. I don't know why this guy is having such trouble believing that.
Initiate the firing sequence. Wars are won on the backs of the dead. Theirs and ours. There is no truth but this. We must remain firm and resolute and always, always do our duty. Now, give the order.
Ordola, I'm going to be real. This sounds like a bad idea.
Initiate firing sequence.
Aye, aye. Initiating firing sequence. Release safety locks. Deploy main cannon.
What's up, Cassie? Cassie, they're about to fire on their own soldiers. Can you believe that? Isn't that wild? Are you about to, like, jump up and try to... Oh, no, you're gonna jump up here?
For us. For our people. For our future.
Pordola, it's super not worth it. Pordola, it's super not worth it, 64.
I need you to confirm the target, Commander.
Pordola, you could just walk away.
Specula Imperatoris, main tower. Fire when ready.
If it's daft, hop the twig, Pordola! Goddamn! Now, you may have seen that weird Noah's Ark looking thing and been like, what the fuck was that? Oh, those shadows didn't look great. Listen, they're working on updating the previous areas and patches, okay? They'll get there. That is a big fuck off cannon. That has no reason being that. Oh.
What in the seven hells?
Long-range artillery.
Those treacherous bastards. Their people were still fighting. Full retreat. Now! Relay the orders!
Understood. All forces retreat! I repeat, all forces retreat!
Yeah, you guys might want to get out. Oh. Ooh! Eesh. What the fuck? By the 12, did you see that? The main tower just collapsed. You heard it too, didn't you? Must have been the cannon at Castamabania. But that was an Imperial installation and their troops were still... Damn it, no one's responding. I don't know if the shell's being jammed or... We have to go right now. They need our help. Yeah, alright. Okay. Heavens weep. The fear in Alice's eyes is unlike anything you have ever seen before. Yeah, because Lise and Alphino were there. This way, there's no time to lose. Let's fucking go. Bro, we gotta fucking go. We gotta fucking get over here. Cassie, please do not try walking across the monitor. You can't be doing that, girl. Thank you for the kiss. You can't be walking across. You definitely can't be walking on the mic arm. That is not stable, baby girl. Baby, child. Sweet baby child. Come here. Come here. Up on the Xbox. It's worse than it looks. He probably wasn't even... Put himself together. The gate. This is our way inside. We need to find my brother. Right now. Cermet Bulkhead. The locks on the massive gate appear to have been disabled. Cassie, for goodness sake. You are going to send my entire fucking desk toppling over. Get out of here. Appear to have been disabled. You need only prise them open to pass through. Proceed into Specula Imperatoris. What job are you again? I'm playing through, Stormblood is Red Mage. Sup, fuckers? Damn it, I don't see them. My brother Orlees. Maybe the general knows something. It shall be done. What shall be done? I'm glad you're here, Aigelt. In case it isn't obvious, the Imperials fired on us. On Specula Imperatoris. I didn't think they had it in them to kill their own men just to kill us. Gods damn them all. Where is my brother? Tell me where he is. I want to see him. He was in the tower when it was struck, but that need not mean anything. Our forces are still evacuating and many remain unaccounted for. Alice, listen. There are soldiers wounded and dying all around us. Soldiers with families like you and me. They need our help. Do you understand? He's right. I'll take the north, you take the east. Yeah, alright. We gotta fucking go. Cassie is climbing up on my desk. She is going to try and eat my the orange chicken sauce. Cassie, you don't want this, trust me. Thank you. I think I can manage on my own. Yeah, alright. Dot. Oh. Conscious enough to ellipses at me, I see. Get out of here, Cassie. For a moment there, I thought I was bound for Thal's Great Hall. Excuse me. Thal's Great Hall. Ye gods, what were the Imperials thinking? What were they thinking? Firing on their own base? More like firing on their own shitload of fuck. I'm sorry. Oh yeah, my eyes feel swollen. I think I'm a die. You'll probably be fine, but you should maybe seek some sort of medical attention, maybe. Don't let me die. Come on. You know that's not how my name. We've gone over this before. Anyway, let me help this guy. Just give me a moment to let the world stop spinning, would you? There. Algieri's not far. I'll make it. Yeah, you'll be alright. What? Oh! Hey, Hazel, come here real quick. Fuck these guys. We gotta go over here. Just real quick. Oh! I wanted to make last joke before I die. And you decided to make that last joke. You're not first off, you're probably not going to die. But if you're feeling that bad, you should definitely get some kind of medical attention. Cassie, what are you trying to chew on over there? Hey! What did I tell you about chewing on Pyra from Xenoblade 2? Not Banjo-Kazooie either. Get that for... Okay. If you're gonna be chewing on Amiibo, I'm putting you in the crate. No, you leave Roy alone. Come here. Meow. Listen to you. You're gonna stay in there for a little bit because you can't keep yourself from chewing on things. Don't harass Kat. She's trying to chew on my stuff. Her lawyer innocent. I caught her red-handed or red-pawed. You're gonna be okay, buddy. This is taking a really long time. I don't think he's gonna be okay. Oh yeah, he's gonna be fine. Everything hurts. I think I was struck by debris from the tower. Wait, I know you. Aigelt Stork, ward of House Fortal. We fought together on the steps of faith. You saved my life back then, and now. Yeah, that's me. I'm pretty cool. I can walk. Thank you. 1,000 times thank you. Conrad? Conrad, can you hear me? Nago, put him down over there. Sup, fuck? Oh, no. Argant, full glad am I to see you. Wait, where's my sister? Oh, she's around. Oh, mighty Rolga, oh, noble Azema, I beg of you, do not take him from us. Oh. Are you upset because you can't chew on plastic now? Hold on, I think this cutscene's voiced.
Conrad!
Yeah, there we go.
Conrad, speak to me!
It was all so sudden. Conrad had just convinced the last few skulls to surrender when we heard the bang and everything started to shake. We carried the survivors to safety, but Conrad's... We have done what we can for him. All that remains is to pray.
Conrad?
Is that you, Lise? I can't see a damn thing. Well, that's that then. Time's up.
What are you talking about? You'll be on your feet before you know it.
It's all right, Lise. I've lived long enough. But listen, I want you to lead the resistance in my stead.
Don't say another word. You'll recover. We'll recover. We'll bring freedom to Alamigo together. We're not going to stop here.
No, you won't. Everything we've built, everyone we've brought together, I know you'll show them the way. You've got it in you, Lise. Not because you're Curtis's daughter or Ida's sister, but because you're you. Because you're you.
Conrad.
Lead them to victory. To freedom.
I will, Conrad. I will. I promise.
Next round, double the charge.
Oh my god, who could it be? It's your boy!
Nidhogg, we are needed.
Fucking kaboom.
That's the cerulean pipeline!
Impossible! How can one man... Shoot the bastard! Shoot him!
Haha, Garleans can't aim for shit.
My My lance has slain far greater beasts. You're welcome, boy.
Notify all units! I want that intruder found! And get the engineers to fix my bloody cannon! The savages are coming!
Okay, no need for that, but, you know, alright. By the way, I will have Cat, black and white, but I don't care what to name him. Any ideas? I will name him Skyrim if I don't find a better name. Okay, here's the thing. You should absolutely name your cat Skyrim. Like, I can't even, like, listen. You know what I've named my cats so far? The two cats I own that I've named. I named the first one Ragnarok, my little boy Raggy. And Cassie's full name is Residence Cascade. So, I mean, you should name your cat whatever you want to name him. And if you want to name your cat Skyrim, by God, by the 9, you name your cat Skyrim. I promise. No, you can't. Not now. Alphino, how you feel about all of this? We couldn't have killed them. We could have killed them. We could have walked away. But instead we tried to convince them to lay down their arms. We tried to seek a peaceful resolution. We showed them mercy. And this was their response. Fire and blood. This was their answer. Such crimes cannot go unpunished. They must not. God's as my witness, there will be a reckoning. God damn. Okay, Alphino. Slowly but surely, Alphino is regaining his composure. Forgive me. Now is not the time for vows of vengeance. We must remain calm and rational and in control. The Imperials have demonstrated a willingness to fight on their own. So long as we remain here, we are in danger. We three will see to Commander Kemp's body. Find my sister and return to Aligiri. We'll meet you again in Aligiri. I pray you find my sister and leave at once. Yeah, alright. Won't he be mad when he finds out, what, that your cat's name is Skyrim? That his name is Skyrim? What are you talking about? Alice, your brother's fine. That should suffice for now. Go on and join the others. Tell me you found Alphino. Tell me he is alright. Yeah, he's fine. Bunny, bunny, banani, banani, banoi. Okay, it must be the peanut butter. Oh, thank the 12. I don't know what I would have done. No saying that. What will the Resistance do without Commander Kemp? Sorry, not here, not now. We should return to Aligiri. Keep an eye out for any wounded who need our help on the way. Okay, bye. Something I was thinking about recently. I have been doing a fair amount of just kind of daily grind work in the Dawn Trail areas to get some of my other classes up in level. What should we do? We've got plenty of our own wounded to deal with. Say the word and I'll finish him quick. What? No. It wasn't long ago I was trying to kill you and yours. I have expected you were about to slit my throat. Hell's with this. I should be back home in Ilsabad instead of taking fire for my so-called comrades. But yeah, I'm trying to level up all of my classes because I want to finish up doing all the role quests for Dawn Trail. The one that I'm expecting to take the longest is Sage as my healer. My heart feels weird. Is that placebo or I'm finished? You might just be, like, anxious. Like, I would still say that if you're that worried, you should probably seek medical attention. But I am also a streamer. So you should probably use your own judgment here. I am not a medical professional. Thanks, friend. Bloody tourniquet came loose and I was having trouble getting it back on. I should be fine the rest of the way. Bro, it's 2:30 in the morning. Yeah, and? Oh, bless you. Wait, is that you, Igeld? I didn't recognize you at first. I'm feeling a bit dizzy. Must have lost a lot of blood. I can keep going. I can keep going. But I was playing through, like, some of the Dawn Trail and, Endwalker areas, actually. And something that I kind of miss from A Realm Reborn. So one of the fun things about Realm Reborn, when you're first starting out, is when you first go into, like, the larger, zones. And, like, you know, they got, like, the level 1 enemies that, like, you can... That, like, your first couple quests have you, like, kill some of them for, like, materials and shit like that. But then, like, you've also got, like, the much larger, like, higher level enemies wandering around, you know, like Morbles or Adamantoises or Gubus. And I kind of miss that dynamic going into, like, new zones where it's just like, yeah, here's the enemies that you can fight right now. Here's the enemies that you're going to be fighting later. Or that you're going to be able to take out later. Like, that was always so... Like, I kind of get why they don't do that anymore. Because you can't really... When you only have 10 levels to work with over an expansion, it's a lot harder to recapture that sense of just like, hey, here's what you're going to be able to fuck up in like a couple hours of gameplay. But it is a feeling that I miss a lot, honestly. All right. Oh, we gotta fucking go. Whee! You can do that with the zones that are split into 2 parts, but they seem to prefer to keep the halves isolated for MSQ. Yeah, because, like I said, like, the main thing is that the idea is you're going in as, like, a new person. You're, like, level 2 or 3. And you're seeing, like, here's the enemies that you can fight. And then you see, like, an enemy that's, like, level 17. And it's just, like, that's way too high of a level for you to start picking a fight with. Whereas with some of the, like, expansion areas, like, fuck, right now, like, in doing hunts, like, my Sage is, like, level 94, and I'm reasonably certain that I could take out, like, a level 96 enemy, like, fairly easily. Like, I would say the most of that feeling that you get is when you're wandering around an area, like, brand new for the first time, and, like, you spy, like, a, like, rank A or S, like, hunt mark off in the distance. And it's just like, that shit is level 100. I don't know, it's... Like I said, it's a feeling that I miss, but, like, I understand why they can't really do that anymore. I knew we'd lose people doing this, but him... I was sure the old bear would outlast us all. I gotta be real, I thought Conrad died way earlier in this. I thought he died in the attack on Rhalgr's Reach. It's up to all of us to carry on in his stead. It's up to me. Yeah, no pressure or anything. I did what I could for those I found along the way, but some were beyond help. Igelt, we have given over Commander Kemp's remains for safekeeping. Later, I have no idea when, rites must needs be performed. For now, however, we must carry on. We must press forward. We must not give in to despair. Oh, he's not doing well. The question of how to move forward in Conrad's absence looms large in Alphino's mind. All Alliance and Resistance units have now withdrawn from Specula Imperatoris. It is time we spoke with General Aldine. Dibby-dibbow. What the when the fuck is our next dungeon again? Hold on. Oh, hold on. That's not dungeons. Level 69. Okay. And we're still on level 68 quests. I'm hoping we get to Castromabania today. Grim though it is, the Conjurers have had no choice but to impose a rigid triage system when treating the wounded. Under the circumstances, we have to be realistic. Mark my words, when this is over, I will take the heads of every officer in Castromabania. Swing the bloody axe myself if I have to. Hell yeah, man. We lost a lot of men inside the tower. Casualties are still mounting among those who survived. These debts will weigh heavy on my soul. Commander Kemp's most of all. He was a wise leader. He was a patriot. But above all else, he was a good man who will be sorely missed. One of many lost this day. I ask for a moment's silence to pray for the souls of the departed. The departed. Oh, Nago. We have suffered a grievous defeat. But we cannot and will not renounce this cause. The die has been cast. Hold tight to this grief, this anger, and let it drive you forward. Let it be your strength and your shield when next you face the enemy. It will carry us far, General. Of that I have no doubt. Can we really call it a defeat? Like, okay. We failed to take Specula Imperatoris. They also blew up their own base and killed a bunch of their own dudes, though. Ere we take another step towards Alamigo, however, we must first address the question of how to deal with Castromabania's cannon. If the Imperials are willing to employ a weapon without thought for their own soldiers' safety, we may struggle to approach them. A frontal assault is out of the question. We'd lose countless men before we even reach the walls. Would we? Recall that the Imperials could have obliterated our forces had they kept firing, but neglected to do so. They had no strategic reason to cease fire, which begs the question, why did they? You suspect they were unable to fire the cannon again, mayhap due to a malfunction. Or one of their officers found his conscience after the first barrage, or a heretofore unknown resistance faction chose that moment to disable it. There are many possibilities, but the fact remains that they stopped when logic dictated they continue. Then I'll just have to go and see for myself if the cannon is still operational. Are you mad? Conrad put you in charge of the resistance. We can't risk losing another commander so soon. I know how you feel, Nago, I do, but you need to understand. It wasn't long after Papolimo and I arrived at Rolga's Reach that Conrad first asked me to join the Resistance, and then he kept on asking. Every time I said no, I told myself it was because of the Scions. But even then I knew deep down that it was an excuse, that I was still afraid of following my heart, because I couldn't be sure if it was for me or for Ida. But then I met someone, on the other side of the world, who had struggled with the same worries. And as we traveled and fought together, I saw him grow and become the leader his people needed him to be. The fact that she had, like, no additional animation other than her eyes going wide looked really funny, actually. And now it's my turn to do the same. There's not a lot of us left, and of the ones that are, many are still wounded. We have to make do with what we've got, and I'm the best qualified. It's as simple as that. Don't worry, Nago. I'll come back, I promise. Uh-huh. For a second, I thought he was about to nod. While I acknowledge Commander Hecht's right to carry out this mission, I see no reason why she should do so alone. Igelt, would you go with her? Would have done it even if you hadn't asked, sir. Then it is settled. We will await your return. I understand Monaco's concerned. If they were to lose another leader so soon after losing Conrad, the resistance might never recover. Yeah, but it's probably fine. When did Lise become leader of the resistance? That is... Suppose we have Hien to thank for this, too. Yeah. Fucking Hien. Conrad confided in me that he was considering naming her as his successor, so it didn't come as a complete shock. I mean, I was still surprised, but I've never once doubted his judgment. None of us have. If he thought Lise was the best choice, then she is. More than a keeper, she needs a friend now. Stay close to her. One can but wonder how the rank and file of the 12th Legion will view their leadership upon hearing about the fate of Specula Imperatoris. I probably hate him. Hey girl, hey. Sorry to drag you into this, Highgald. It may not be the decision Conrad would have made, but I'm not Conrad. I never will be. I don't know what kind of leader he was hoping for, but right now all I can do is be myself. Yeah, I get you. If you don't mind, I'd rather not wait around and have people try to talk me out of it. Let's get moving. I know a good vantage point overlooking the castrum. Yunkrup's Hope, the ship stranded on the rocks to the east of here. It shouldn't take us long to get there. Oh, but there might be some ancient golems guarding it. Or that might just be an old wives' tale. Either way, it's worth the risk. Lise, Commander, I pray you proceed with all due caution. Do not hesitate to call upon us if needed. Uh-huh. To reach the ship, we'll have to scale the cliff face. I'll get some climbing gear and meet you there, alright? Yeah, alright. Ooh, enemy stink. I sense a hostile presence. Oh, shit. Anyway. That's enough of that. Sorry to keep you waiting. I see you've met the golems. Looks like the old stories were true, eh? In a way, I'm glad. Right then, time to climb. Uh-huh. I mean, I can literally fly, but, you know, whatever. Like, I can transform into a phoenix. It's pretty dope. Whew! That took a bit more out of me than I expected. And there she is, Yunkrup's Hope, the ark that one man made to save countless others from the flood during the Sixth Umbral Era. It's comforting to think that there have always been people who care this much about their fellow man, who accomplished such great feats that people couldn't help but thinking they must be made up. But the proof's right here, isn't it? Yeah, it's pretty sick. I don't just mean the ship, you know. I mean you. Long before anyone started calling you a hero, you were there for those in need. You did things for people when you didn't have to. Sometimes even when they didn't want you to. It can't have been easy staying true to yourself. But we're all better for it, me included. Smile. I'll never be a leader like Conrad, or Hien, or my father. Oh, no smile. But I can be a friend to you all. I can fight by your side. I can be me. And I'll just have to be enough, eh? Smile. Uh-huh. Strange to think back on it. If we'd been standing in different places, or if the shell had struck the tower differently, it would have been me instead of Conrad. Or maybe both of us. Wow, yeah, they fucked that thing up, huh? What kind of monster murders their own? Is that smoke from Castromabania? Wait, it's coming from the cannon! Can't tell what happened from here, but I can tell that it won't be giving us any trouble in the immediate future. This is our chance, Igeld, to avenge Conrad and all the others who died at the tower, friend and foe. Hi, G-Man. To take Castromabania and bring the bastards who gave the order to fire to justice. Hell yeah, girl. It won't be easy after the losses we took, but I know everyone's chomping at the bit. Champing at the bit? Champing at the bit to strike back. With the right plan, I'm sure we can do it. Okay. We have to tell the others. Come on. But do we have to? Yes. Easier down than up, eh? Though not necessarily safer. Anyway, no time to rest. We need to convince the others to strike now before any of the Imperials have time to fix their cannon. Police is not willing to let this opportunity pass you by. There's no time to lose, Igeld. General Aldin needs to know what we saw. Dibbidi-bow. 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 Hey guys. Well, did you learn anything of value? We have lost so many men already. If we suffer another defeat like that, then this campaign is over. I wouldn't even necessarily call it a defeat. Like, it sucked. But like, it also kind of sucked for them. You look like you've got something important to say. So long as the Imperials hold Castromabania, we will not be able to march on Alamigo. We shall have our retribution. It is but a matter of time. I'm relieved the two of you made it back in one piece. I mean, I always am, but it's a little different now, isn't it? I mean, I guess. Sup, fuckers? You are returned. I only hope you bring good news. We scaled the cliffs of Nyunkerep's Hope and spied smoke rising from the Castromabania's main cannon. I think Marshal Tarapin's right. They didn't fire again because they couldn't. The cannon seems to have been disabled somehow. Then we must attack Castromabania at once. Could still be a trick, but if it isn't, we may not get a better opportunity. Bluntly, General, if it is a trick, it is an utterly baffling stratagem. Had the Imperials wished to wipe us out, they could simply have kept firing. Be that as it may, we need not risk everything to seize it. I say we dispatch a small contingent to infiltrate the Castrum and secure control of the weapon. If the enemy is preoccupied with repairs, we may be able to take them unawares. If, on the other hand, it is indeed a trick, our token force will prove an elusive target, and we will at least know the cannon is operational. Either way, it seems well worth the risk. But how are we to infiltrate the Castrum? I want to go! In anticipation of a day such as this, men and women under my command have labored long to cultivate a network of informants throughout Gearbania, including Radiata. Radiata is home to many who hold menial positions at Castromabania and other nearby installations. With the aid of our allies there, I believe we can secure a route into the fortress. The Resistance will handle this. You may have recruited these informants, but they'll be just as happy to working with fellow Alamegans. And at the end of the day, it's our land, our responsibility. Let us do right by Conrad. I should be glad to accompany her, General, as would Ali say in Igeld, I am sure. Well then, if you are all in agreement, I see no reason to refuse you. Fucking get out of here. We will make ready to march on Castromabania. Go, and may Ralga watch over and keep you. Okay. Thanks for standing by me, Igeld. Together, we'll make Conrad proud. I knew the Alliance had spies in Garabania, but in Radiata, impressive. Perhaps you recall the night we first met outside the Sildian ruins under such unfortunate circumstances. I just returned from a meeting with my Alamegan agents. As I said before, we have been preparing for this day. Had Alphino not volunteered you, I would have asked. If anyone could see this mission through, it's you. I suspect a hand-picked contingent of the Alamegan Brigade's finest would have been equally, if not more, qualified, but what do I know? My apologies for speaking on your behalf. It would seem my sister's forthright manner is rubbing off on me. I confess my decision to volunteer was not wholly motivated by concern for Lys, nor less Alamigo. Castromabbania is the largest Imperial facility in the Peaks, you see, and so the likelihood that Crown's being held captive there is quite high. Dealing with that cannon remains our main objective, of course, but if there is even a chance that Crown might be rescued in the process, I would never forgive myself if I did not take it. Yeah, that makes sense. Alphino is ready to lead the way to Radiata! So, to review, we are to travel to Radiata, where we will meet with a contact recruited by Marshal Tarapin's agents. I took the liberty of reviewing intelligence reports while Eigild and Lys were away, so the settlement is not wholly unfamiliar to me. As the Vice Marshal indicated, the vast majority of the populace is employed as menial labor in either Specula Imperatoris or Castromabbania. Well, they were employed in Specula Imperatoris. Perhaps, as a result of this, the Resistance has long struggled to make inroads there. Oh, you have the right of it. They got a better deal than most Alamegans, feeding off what scraps the Imperials gave them. Damned if I know how Marshal Tarapin's agents got one of them to turn his coat. I understand your disdain, I do, but I also understand their desire to look after their families by any means necessary. Our contact is a Rogadine woman. She will ask us a question. After we answer with courage, she will know us as friends. Courage. Right. Put together a squadron, Nago. We'll need them soon. With me, my friends. We'll be ready for anything. Yay. I gotta refresh my board. And away we go. Why do I have so many Discord messages? Hold on. I gotta make sure that none of these are, like, important. The answer is not, I mean, there's some. Natalie posting shit posts. That's pretty important. Oh, shit! Whoopsie daisy. Alright, hold on. Boodling. There we go. Sup, fuckers? I know you're out there. Keep an eye out, would you? Something doesn't feel right. If there were Magitech armor nearby, surely we would have heard them by now. Look at that fucking thing. See? What did I tell you? Let's continue on to Specula Imperatoris. Alright. Yay, everything's fine. Congamato. Hey, Congamato. Hey, bada bing. Anyways. Just hop the wall real quick. Ah, surveying. Uh-oh. Anyway. Something I've struggled with recently is... I'll wait till the ad break's over to talk about that. What's up, fuckers? Whew! That would have been an unceremonious ending to our tale. Heh! Nothing to it. Nothing to it but to do it! Excuse me. That just ripped its way out of me. Of course there were still soldiers lurking about. Fortunately, they were no match for Lys. Come, Radiata is not much further. Of course, in light of our recent encounter, it would be prudent to proceed with caution and remain vigilant for Imperial forces. So something that that has been kind of like eating away at the back of my mind recently is that there are games I've heard of that sound like they're absolute dog shit, and that I would honestly love to like experience in one way or another, just to see exactly how dog shit they are, because, you know, that's just how I be, you know? I be like that. But the problem has been that there are moral and like ethical problems with purchasing these games. I was going to pick Monk, but that would be counterproductive for queue times. Fair. I thought they said this was a village. Looks more like a work camp. Nary a soldier in sight. Mayhap they were recalled to Castroabania. But yeah, so there are games where it's just like the act of like buying them, and even like the act of like showing them off is like ethically and morally questionable. But like deep down I have this like intense urge to just like, you know, experience some fucking bullshit. Cuz that's just how it be sometimes, you know? And one of the ones that's like a little bit less morally / ethically questionable to show off is thankfully being kind of extended to me as something of an olive branch, because that recent Five Nights at Freddy's game, Security Breach, that came out and was just fucking god awful, is apparently going to be a PlayStation Plus free game. I don't know if I'm going to stream it, but I definitely want to take it for a spin. Looks like it's safe to enter. I don't see any Imperials. I don't see any smoke above Castroabania anymore. Do you think they fixed the cannon already? Ah. Alphino said we were looking for a Rogadine woman, right? And that we should answer her question with courage? I suppose we'll just have to strike up a conversation with every one of them until we find our contact. Let me know if you find her, and I'll do the same. Hey, Jamal. It's something I've been dragging my feet on wanting to do anything with that game, because I desperately didn't want to put money in Scott Cawthon's pockets. Because quite frankly, fuck him. She has to be around here somewhere. The other option that I think about sometimes is the fucking trash garbage wizard game. But that one is considerably more like morally and ethically questionable to actually like show off gameplay of. Any luck? No? Me neither. For, you know, obvious reasons. And I want to put money in that person. I'm just fucking serious. I want to put money in. I don't want to put money in fucking J.K. Rowling's pocket any more than she's already fucking got. So, as I was saying about this woman. There are broken war mucking all over the place. If you know where to look, someone should probably salvage them. Alpha, no, I don't think they're listening to you. Excuse me, miss! Ain't seen you around before. Takes a certain kind of woman to walk into a place like this uninvited. One with courage, I suppose. Courage, you say? Well, that's in short supply these days. Better to keep your head down and go along to survive. Call me a coward too, if you like, because I'll not speak on it more. At least not here. Outside Radiata, behind those barricades over yonder, on the other hand. Bye. See you later, fuckers. Hey, was that who I think it was? Probably. Bunny bunny, banani banoi. Well, that's a relief. Or a trap. Either way, I'll find Alphino and Alize. We'll meet you there. Yeah, alright. Hey girl, hey. Not followed, were you? Good. Uh-huh. Oh, except for them, but they're cool. That all of you, is it? Let's get to it then. Name yourselves. We are the Scions of the Seventh Dawn, friends of Marshal Terrapin. Name Stark. Stark Woad. The rest you know, or we wouldn't be here. This is about Specula Imperatoris and the cannon, isn't it? Just so. Can you tell us what happened? Aye, I overheard soldiers talking while working in the mess. Cerulean pipeline feeling the cannon was destroyed by an unidentified male insurgent, they said. One man single-handedly disabled the cannon. That beggars belief. Nevertheless, that's what they said. It took a while, but they finally put the fires out, and the engineers have begun working day and night to repair it. Wish I could tell you more, but the incident had everyone jumping at shadows, and I'm afraid to say much more. To make matters worse, the Alamegan help have been sent home indefinitely. So the cannon could already be fully operational. Uh-huh. We need to sneak inside Castrum Urbania to ensure the cannon is no longer a threat to our troops. Can you help us? Aye, that much I can do. I've pieced together a map of the interior over the years, and I know for a fact there are multiple points of entry. Impressive. If we split into several groups, that may improve our odds of reaching the fire control center. We may be few in number, but I have faith that we can see this through. Okay. Okay. Na 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 na. I tell you, some of these resistance folk can't see the forest for the trees. Ambushing the occasional Imperial patrol won't change a damn thing. Infiltrating their castrums and learning their secrets, on the other hand. It's thanks to brave men and women like her that we still have a chance to win this war. It's good to see that even this deep within occupied territory, there are still those who would defy their oppressors. The price of freedom. As usual, Alphino has a brilliant plan. We have that for which we came. All that remains is to make our preparations. Lise and her unit will make for our primary objective, the fire control center. At the same time, we will enter the castrum by way of the ventilation ducts, whereupon we will proceed into weapons research and create a diversion. If all goes to plan, our parties will subsequently converge, and together we will secure the cannon before finally notifying the Alliance that they are clear to attack. Sounds simple enough. I'll go and brief Nago on the details. The rest of you come with me. We'll need to deal with the Magitech patrols before you can infiltrate the castrum. Okay, cool. So we are going to be getting into Castrum Urbania. Thank fucking God. I was worried. Ah, beans. Yeet. Yeah, no thanks. Hey, Jamel! Anyways. I don't want to join a Fate. Fuck off. Where even is the boss for this? Oh, Fate failed. Never mind. I didn't want to do it anyway. Quickly and quietly, so as not to raise the alarm. He is hoping that there aren't too many for us to handle. Almost there, friends. Your point of entry is just around the bend up ahead. The last patrol should be here any moment. Once you've dealt with them, we'll be clear to advance, assuming they keep on to their usual schedule. Might be prudent to stand watch for a moment after, just in case. Ah! Mental Jin. By Rolga, I knew you lot were good, but I never expected you to defeat them so swiftly. I'm level 100. Igeld is the finest warrior I know. I should like to think we have learned something from our time in her company. Now, where is the entrance to these ducts? Right behind you. I've mapped the branches, so you should have no trouble reaching the hangars or any number of other places. Okay. Understood. Thank you again for your invaluable assistance. As discussed, Igeld, we shall infiltrate the castrum and cause as much chaos as possible. This will draw the Imperials away from Lise and her men, thereby allowing... Oh, shit, okay. Hold on. Thereby allowing them to safely reach the fire control center. If there's nothing else, I'll return the Resistance forces and show them their entrance. May Rolga guide you to victory. See you later. This is your last chance to make your preparations, Igeld. When you and yours are ready, we shall begin. Okay. Castrum Urbania, now accessible. Friend list. Da-da-da. Okay, let me just real quick. What should going in as question mark? Oh, okay. you just let me know in Twitch chat. Okay. Going to increase the danger and tension. Cool. It won't be long before someone realizes their armor is missing. We have to hurry. The Alliance is counting on us to deal with that cannon. Failure is not an option. No pressure or anything. Alright, let's see how long this takes. Oh, shit! That was immediate! But if it goes well, I'll say it was a flex. Fair enough. Castlevania. Castlevania. I have not done this dungeon in so fucking long. This is not one that comes up very often. Let's fucking go! Oh, shit. Okay, okay. Damn, we are just fucking going. Oh, hey! This Hrothgal's also a red mage. Just go ahead and hit this motherfucker with the... Ugh. Ah. I wonder if I have Verholy right now. I might? Oh yeah, because I'm technically level 70 in this. So I should have Verholy. I'm a lean, mean, spell-chucking machine. Oh, well, okay, never mind. Oh. Done with those guys. Fucking pew pew, motherfucker. You know, there's been some discussion about whether or not the MCU is, like, redeemed with the release of Deadpool and Wolverine and it doing, like, particularly well. And it's hard to really feel that way, only because, like, I've talked about this before, where it's just like, you know, I was going into Deadpool and Wolverine less as it being, like, a movie in fucking Phase 5 of the MCU, and more about it being, like, the last Fox X-Men movie. And I gotta say, like, watching it definitely still gives that, like, sense, you know? Ugh. Like, it definitely doesn't feel like, oh, this is the next movie in a long line of MCU films, because, like, it shares so much more DNA with the X-Men series than it does with the MCU that, like, I can't really see it as anything other than just the next X-Men movie, you know? And I think it's better for it, if I'm being entirely honest. I don't know what the Valerian set looks like, so... Are we gonna be able to... How many of these can we, like... This one's gonna pop. This one's gonna pop. Absolutely. Yep. Very impressive that we were able to get through 3 of them, though. You give this another expansion, I bet you could get all 4 of those down before any of them pop. Whoopie Dobbs. Ooh, treasure coffer. Oh, Whoopie Dobbs first, then treasure coffer. Oh no, Tihana's going for the treasure coffer, I think. Yep, she's doing it. Nice. Cool grab, Tihana. Oh, I just noticed our fucking tank's name. Yo, Tsuchinoko real. Verholy! Oh, wow, we got all 4 of them. That's pretty cool. Can't feel bad about that. Wait, Twejo Kafu. 8 water shards. Goddamn. Zenobian hood. Can't wear it. Oh, shit. Everybody's getting ahead of me. Guys, wait up. Ah! Subject number 24. Engaging arcane combat mode. Commencing lightning ether loading. I don't know. I don't understand. Like it. Ow! Yep. Oh, you don't want, you never want to disengage the inhibitors. That's just a bad look. That's a bad scene. Inhibitors are there for a reason, my guy. Come on. What do you think this is? A goddamn... Who wrote Unwritten? Okay, Google. Who sang the song Unwritten?
Unwritten was recorded by Natasha Bedingfield.
What do you think this is? A goddamn Natasha Bedingfield song? Release your inhibitions, feel the rain on your skin, no one else can feel it for you, only you can let it in. No one else can speak the words on your lips. Oh. Help me, please. I don't remember the rest of the lyrics from that chorus. Anyways, I'm gonna blast this man. Get absolutely blasted. Oh shit. Zenobian gauntlets. I had some weird interactions in Duty Finder the other day. It started with, I went into Duty Roulette. Duty Roulette is what I meant. I had weird interactions in Duty Roulettes. But I went into Duty Roulette and had the unfortunate situation happen where I needed to AFK basically just as the dungeon opened. So I put a message in chat, and unfortunately, one of the DPS, I was the tank, is the thing. So it's just like, hey, the dungeon doesn't exactly, like, move without me. Or at the very least, it shouldn't. One of our DPS, unfortunately, pulled aggro before I finished typing my message. And I'll admit, I reacted, like, a little negatively in the moment. Where I was just like, oh, come on. And I do feel bad about that. But then, like, the other DPS in the party just decided to be a huge baby for the rest of the dungeon. It was so weird. Because it's just like, I got back, because specifically what happened was that Natalie had messaged me that, because Cassie was hanging out with Natalie in another room, and she messaged me that she could hear Cassie eating something, which is not the sort of noise you want to hear from a less than a few months old kitten. And then she needed assistance with something. Fuck, I love Sage. Sage is pretty good. So it took me a little bit to actually get back, and when I finally got back, that DPS that ended up being a huge baby for the rest of that, the rest of that run was just like, oh, I wouldn't have waited 15 minutes in duty roulette if I had known this was gonna happen. And it's just like, dude, life fucking happens. First and foremost, get over yourself. Like, it's a fucking video game. Chill out. And then it's just like, when I did get back, I was just like, okay, let's just start moving and they'll fucking calm down or whatever. And so I start moving, and they're just like, oh, let's go, everybody. Our tank has deigned to fucking grace our presence, and it's just like, I'm sitting there thinking, unfortunately, I'm on console, so I don't really have a good opportunity to, like, stop and, like, type out messages. But, like, I'm sitting here thinking, bro, are you going to be like this the entire fucking dungeon? Now, up until that point, I had been doing a lot of duty support for, like, leveling some of my classes easily. And I had kind of gotten used to, you know, the very small, like, single group pulls. So I did that for most of the dungeon. And eventually, this same big baby fucking DPS over here was just like, why are we doing such small pulls? And I'm just sitting there just like, dude, come on. So it was particularly clear that, yes, they were going to be like that the entire fucking dungeon. Anyways, Verholy. Done and done. Anyways, after that, I did main scenario roulette, and oh my god, the fucking DPS in that one was like just as fucking weird. Thankfully, that type of behavior is rare still. It is, and I appreciate that. Oh, everybody left. I didn't even get a chance to, like, player comm any of them. Well, Drummark, you did a really good job. There's your player commendation. I'm only just limbering up. I wonder how Lise fares. I guess we'll fucking find out. Oh, I didn't want that. Wait, did I greed that? Shit. Okay. Well, that's taking up space. Moshi Moshi. Alpha no des.
Understood. We're on our way. Lisa's unit should be advancing upon the fire control center in the command tower. Let us join them.
Sounds like a plan. Yeah, most people in FF14 are cool, which I really appreciate. Because, like, those were... I'll go over what happened in main scenario roulette in a bit here once we get through these cutscenes, but, like, every other roulette I did that day was fine. Even expert roulette, which you wouldn't expect, honestly.
Lise, thank the 12 you're all right.
And you. There's the control center.
Let's hit them hard and fast. Ready?
Like, I would feel of any roulette, expert would be the one that would have, like, the most fucking weirdos in it, but thankfully, didn't happen. Sup, fuckers?
They're here!
It was you, wasn't it?
Wasn't it? I gave the order to fire.
It was over! The Skulls had surrendered, no one else had to die, and you killed them! Your own people! Your own comrades!
You're right! I killed them. Ansfrid, Rudolph, Emlyn, all the rest. Trained and fought with every last one of them. Good soldiers to a man. I gave the order that led to their deaths. And I knew exactly what I was doing.
But why? Why would you do that?
They died so that all Alamegans could live free. That was all we ever wanted.
Girl, what the fuck are you talking about?
We made a promise that we would do whatever it took, so that one day the Imperials would learn to accept us.
That's not living free, you fucking idiot!
And if you haven't got the means to pay, then you pay with blood.
I'm sorry.
Service
I
guarantees
do love
citizenship,
Fordola.
but citizenship guarantees not.
She's kind of an
It's
idiot
not
at this
enough to
point
do
in the
that,
game.
no. You have to run faster, fight harder, kill more and more and more, and only then will you be equal. That's just how it is out here in the provinces. You buy your freedom with blood. There is no other way.
Shut up! Shut your mouth! You don't get to talk about freedom! You killed your own! They trusted you, and you killed them! Murderer! Butcher! Traitor!
Lise!
Gotcha!
Oh, shit.
I know what you can do. I've already seen it.
Alize!
Even so, the odds are against me.
Yes, I will genuinely kick your ass.
Coward! Get back here!
She who coops and runs away.
Hero! Lord Xenos invites you to join him for the royal hunt, to be hosted at the palace. You may bring your horde, if you like. All are welcome.
Lives to coop another day. Well, that sucks.
She'll be all right, but we'll need to carry her. Will you help me?
Yeah.
Thank you. Lise, I leave matters here in your hands.
Right.
You do have hands, right? No, I'm kidding. Fordola's a really great character. She's kind of a dumbass at this point in the story. Like, just, we do this so all Alamegans can live free. It's just like, that's not how this fucking works. You even admit it. Bro. It's not worth it. Alright. Sipin officer. I'm told one of your comrades is injured during the operation. If there's aught we can do to help, pray do not hesitate to ask. Well done. That thrice-damned cannon will be troubling us again. Yeah, we fucking kicked their asses. We're super cool at this. Well, we did it. Castrum Urbania belongs to us now. Nargo and her people took Alice to Radiata to receive treatment. Alphino tells me she'll make a full recovery. I know I should be happy. We won, and with minimal casualties. But somehow it feels empty. We should report to General Aldine. Quirrell wasn't here, but who knows? Maybe one of Raubon's men found something which could lead us to her. Can't hurt to ask anyway. Na, 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 na. Maybe we should speak with General Aldine, just in case his men learn something about Quirrell. General Aldine, Quirrell? Yeah. By Geld, Commander Hext, fine work you did today. To Speculum Imperatoris, we needed a resounding victory like this. Thanks to you, Rolga's star yet burns bright. I'm glad, I really am, but you should know that Alice was injured in the fighting. Blah 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 blah. Regrettable, but I am pleased to hear that she will make a full recovery. Fordola's parting words, on the other hand, ring less favorably in my ears. But if Xenos wishes to invite us to his so-called royal hunt, then this bull would fain accept. What troubles you, Lise? Oh, it's nothing, really. It's just that we're almost to the end, but we've still got to save Quirrell and do so much more. We'll find her soon enough. Pippin has his best men scouring the Castrum's archives as we speak. Listen, Lise. It'll take time for us to fully occupy the Castrum and prepare to advance into the locks. While we wait, there is something I would like to show you. Both of you. After all, this may be our last... fuck it, goddamn. This may be the last chance we have to catch our breath before the final push. I don't see why not. Okay. Then come with me to Radiata. There we'll need to follow another road south. Dibbidi-bow. Dibbidi-ba. Dibbidi-ba. Dibbidi-bow. So, as for, like, the weirdo in the goddamn main scenario roulette from the other day. Basically, we're running through main scenario roulette, and, I mean, we're doing fucking Praetorium, you know? It's not exactly, like, high-stakes gameplay. Like, I've run Praetorium this so much that I could fucking do it with a hand tied behind my back, you know? But, like, oh my god, this fucking guy. So, the first thing that happens is, like, he's standing in a goddamn AoE during one of the bosses, and our healer rescues him to safety out of the AoE. And fucking hand to God, this guy's response to that is to just put in chat, do not, new line, rescue me. And it's just like, whoa, okay. And the fucking healer is just like, oh, I'm so intimidated. And he's just like, it's not about intimidation. It's about eliminating unnecessary movement. And it's just like, Jesus Christ, dude. Really? What is wrong with you, actually? It's just like, why are you like this? He thankfully kept his mouth shut for, like, most of the goddamn run. Like, it was such a weird encounter. We're just like, what the fuck is this dude's problem? Bro, we're not doing fucking, like, extreme or savage shit right now. We're playing fucking Praetorium. Needless to say, the person from the duty roulette and the person from main scenario roulette, I went ahead and blacklisted both of them. Because it's just like, Jesus Christ, man. I don't think I know this village. It's so small. Wow. Even after all these years, it's still the same. Ah, but I'm getting ahead of myself. You deserve a proper welcome. Liberty or death? Rabon would share with you a story. Legeld, Lys, I brought you both here for a reason. Dibbidi-bow, dibbidi-bow.
I wanted to show you this house. My house.
This is my house.
Oh, you mean this is where you grew up?
Aye. Not much to look at, is it? Same could be said of the village. It was damn near impossible to live off the land, barren as it was, which is why so many of us traded our plowshares for swords. Swords and uniforms, mind. We became military men. Tensions were rising between Alamigo and the Empire, and there was always a need for more soldiers to watch the border. It was only a matter of time before the first skirmishes broke out. It's a frightening thing to face Magitech armor for the first time. But after a lot of trial and error, I found ways to bring them down. After a few victories, people even said I had a knack for it. And then one day they hit us. Hard. I was wounded and sent home to recover. Back here.
Will you remain silent for fear of the Mad King's vengeance? Of his eyes and ears in the shadows and his knives in the dark? You, who call this living dishonor our nation. It is but a slow death. Liberty or death? Liberty or death? If this be your creed, then raise up your hands, raise up your voices! Together we will tear Theodoric from the throne! Together we will reclaim our freedom!
So I don't know how... I don't know if they already mentioned it because I wasn't really paying attention. I got a code for 40% off a movie from the Universal Studios digital store because they ended their rewards program. So I'm getting a digital copy of Nope because I really want to watch Nope, and it's like $9. Anyways, this is Lisa's dad. Now, we don't ever see what Lisa's mom looks like, but you may think that it's maybe a bit odd that Lisa's dad has such dark skin and Lise is, like, white. And that is a bit strange, admittedly. And as a result, there have been a lot of people who, in fan art, have actually depicted Lise with darker skin as a result, which is fine, in my opinion. But it is strange that, like I'm assuming they made him, like, darker skin like this because like, they are kind of, like, pushing more that he's from Alamigo, but it is odd to do so with Lise not having darker skin. But again, we don't know what Lisa's mom looked like. So, who knows? It'd be weirder if she had darker skin and then people drew her lighter. You know, like they're doing with some of the raid bosses right now. Oh, fuck, it's Ilberd. Fuck that guy. He looks so sloppy. Look at that fucking haircut.
Send you home to mend, did they?
Aye, sir. Garlean's got the better of us. The chirurgeons say I'm healing well, so it won't be long now.
It's so... I love, like, big gruff characters needing to, like, voice actors for big gruff characters needing to, like, voice a younger version of the character, and they just give him, like, a slightly higher voice. I go into such autopilot in Praetorium that I never stop to think maybe the tank doesn't even need to avoid these AoEs because they might do very little damage at this point, until a healer in one run I was in literally told me at the start that I didn't have to worry about moving away from the first boss's AoEs. Thought of doing the same when playing healer, telling the tank not to worry about it, but I'm afraid the DPS might think they should stand in it too. I just go along with the mechanics as they're supposed to be done, obviously, because it's just like, what? Like, again, it's Praetorium. Fucking give a shit. Like, bro, one way or another, we're gonna need to sit through like 10 minutes of cutscenes. You know what I'm saying?
Liberty or death, is it? Tell me, soldier. What do you think those words mean?
Well, the dictionary defines liberty
be willing
as...
to die for liberty.
Spoken like a true patriot. But liberty should not be the end in of itself. Liberty is a chance to build something better. A stronger, more prosperous home for our people. It's not quick or easy work. And it is never truly finished. But if you neglect it, then sooner or later, you look up to find you've traded one tyrant for another.
In my defense, I have to farm 100,000 POX for anima stuff.
Well, sir, I've never asked for much. Never wanted to live like a king, just wish it were a little bit easier is all. For me and everyone else. And I'm willing to die for that, if that's what it takes.
Dying is easy, soldier. Living is harder. Rest, mend. Regain your strength. You'll need it in the days to come. And mayhap one day we will need it too.
Conrad chose you as his successor, Lise, and I will not gainsay his decision. I have but one question to ask. Liberty or death? Those were Curtis's words and his creed. Will you swear by your father's creed before your comrades and the gods?
Liberty or death. That's all you can hope for in war. Father understood that. And you want to know if I do too?
I mean, I don't want to know that. I don't know why you're looking at me.
I swear to you, here and now, I will fight until the end. Be it liberty or be it death. But the freedom we win must be for every Alamegan, even ones like Fordola, though they may hate us, and the Ananta, though they may fear us. We'll fight, and we'll talk, and we'll find a way to make it work for all of us. Compared to all that, retaking our home will seem like the easy part.
A good oath. And there is naught else to say. You are indeed your father's daughter.
Okay, good talk. Liberty or death? Has it really been 20 years since he wrote these words? Even a blind man could see that Lise wasn't herself. Not that I don't understand. To be thrust into a position of authority under such circumstances, to be made responsible for the lives of so many, it isn't easy. And when you see your friend get cut down before your eyes, it only gets harder. I'll wager she thought Alice was dead for a moment back there. It's one thing to risk your life for a cause, but to risk that of another is a burden no soldier is ever truly ready to shoulder. The fear, the guilt, it weighs on her, and that's good. It'll make her a better commander. But first, she needs to learn to carry it, to not let it break her, to remember that some causes are worth fighting for. Liberty or death. Father's words gave me strength once. Mayhap they'll do the same for her now. Right then. I think I've said enough. Two, you can head back. I mean to stay a bit longer. Yeah, alright. I understand. He's been away for a long time, and he probably wants to be alone for a while. Let's head back to Radiata. Hazel, we gotta fucking go! I'll never pressure others, but if I'm the healer, I'll be okay with whatever. People are just weird. You know? There's just some weird people out there. Wait. Am I the only one who feels like I'm being watched? I don't know if it's Imperials or bandits, but I know there's more than one of them. Let's split up. You head northwest and I'll head northeast. Maybe I'm wrong, but I don't think so. Whoop. Come on. I don't give a shit. Excuse me, suspicious youth. 7 hells, she's seen us. Sod it. Dead's as good as alive to the Imperials. Nah. It's all good. Hey, Lise, I think we might have a bounty on it. Oh. They attacked you too, didn't they? I had no choice. They're Alamegan. Not even conscripts by the look of them. Barely adults. In fact, some of their faces look familiar. Wait, I remember. They're from Radiata. They must have seen us when we were looking for Stark. They probably thought the Imperials would reward them if they captured or killed... Oh, gods. Alice and Alphino could be in danger too. We have to get back to Radiata and find Nago. Sup, fuckers? Who wants to fuck with me? Hey, Monago. You ever cap on poetics and have nothing to spend them on? Anima mats might be a good choice. Good lord, they take so flippin' many. Honestly, right now I would probably be, like, focusing on using those for Manderville weapons for some of my lower classes. What's all this about? You two look ready for a fight. We were ambushed by villagers outside of Radiata and thought they might try to attack you too. Are you alright? Aye, we're fine. The twins are at Stark's. Alice was asleep last I checked. I'm sorry. Did you say you were ambushed by villagers? Not soldiers? Did they not see what we just did to Castro Mabania? God's damned fools. Oh, hey, man. Hey, girl, hey. Lise, Igeld, we overheard you talking. The ones that attacked you, they were young. Less than 20 summers. Aye, I thought so. It's always the young ones. The ones who have only ever known the occupation. They're the ones you got to look out for. See, the only decent work to be found in Radiata is for the Imperials, and everyone knows it. Children grow up knowing it. They have it pounded into their skulls that the best they can hope for is to serve an Imperial officer. Bloody fools. After everything they've seen us accomplish, they ought to be begging to fight for the Resistance, not against us. They've been living in the shadow of a castrum their whole lives. A few victories won't change that. You get some who can't wait to spit in a soldier's eye, but they get beaten for their trouble or worse. Even so. And the ones that don't fight back but refuse to beg, well, they just starve. Beat the dog that bites his master's hand and ignore the dog that refuses to do his bidding, see? In the end, the ones that learn to abide are the ones that survive. Now, you may say it's all about to change, and I believe you. Many here do. But a young man or woman who grew up only knowing what he knows has got every reason to doubt. Remember that. Do what you have to, if it comes to it. But remember that. The sooner we liberate Alamigo and bring an end to the occupation, the better. Only then can we show these youths. Oh, I thought you were done with the Mandervillian. No. Currently I'm working on the Machinist weapon. Which ones do I have? I've got Monk. I've done Monk, Red Mage, Gunbreaker, Dark Knight, Sage, Reaper. I'm working on Machinist. I'll probably want to do White Mage at some point. Is my White Mage at level 90? I actually don't know. Did I use White Mage for the... I think I used White Mage for the Endwalker role quests. So I probably got it up to 90 and then did Sage. Only then can we show these youths that things do not have to be this way. Only then will they know what it means to live free. We're going to build a new home for ourselves, together. A better home than they've ever known. Uh-huh. Na, 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 na. I can imagine how you must feel, but I want you to know that many of us here are grateful for what you did at Castrum Urbania. I'll never get used to it, killing my own countrymen. In the heat of battle, it's either them, you or them, but after, you've had time to think about what you've done. Alice will make a full recovery, but I doubt she will be well enough to take to the field again before this is over. Fucked up. Lise has a proposal. Oh, I'm spoken for. I'm sorry. I've been thinking, if Alice needs more time to heal, maybe we should move her to Rolga's Reach. She can receive much better care there, after all. Our infirmary is probably the best place for her, short of sending her to Gridania. Indeed. And given what Mistress Woad has told us, I would rather she'd not remain here. Then it's settled. Nago, you go and see about getting us a carriage and an escort. Alphino, you should get your sister ready for the journey. Eigeld, would you mind going on ahead and telling Arella that we're on our way? I want a bed waiting for Alice when she arrives. Thanks. Dibbidi-bow. Dibbidi-bow. They'll learn what it means to live free. We'll teach them, together. Must seem strange seeing me doling out the orders, but not half as strange as it feels to do, let me tell you. I should probably just warp, huh? Warp! Wait, what the fuck am I doing? Oh, I'm sorry, everybody. Uh-oh, ocean fishing time. Oh, no. I will never understand how ocean fishing is supposed to work to get, like, the 10,000 points I need for that shark mount, and I'm very upset about that. Do you require assistance? Bunny, bunny, banani, banoy, banani. Very well. We will make ready to receive the patient at once. Give me a hand, would you? There, all crisp and freshly laundered. We're here. Is everything in order? Oh shit, you got here fast. Don't sneak up on me like that. Right, we're bringing her in. Look at her and her fucking jammies. Honestly, Alphino, you needn't have gone to all this trouble. What can I say? It seemed a good way to discourage you from limping off to battle when my back was turned. Listen to Arella, please. You need your rest. Okay. I know, I know. Any news of Cryo? She'll be cross if you make her wait too long, as will I. Ha, a chilling proposal indeed. I'll find her, sister, and I'll fight twice as hard for the both of us. Smile. They're good together. They're not at each other's throats. I miss that feeling. Igeld, I have a favor to ask. Would you mind waiting outside for me? I won't be a moment. Okay. I just really want that shark mount. And I'm so sad because I don't know how I'm supposed to fucking get it. Everything I heard about ocean fishing before was just like, oh, it's really easy to get the shark mount. You just gotta get 10,000 points. So I thought getting 10,000 points would be like the easiest fucking thing in the world. But then it's just like, no, I have no idea how any of this shit works. Aww. Oh shit, should I put on my monk outfit?
Sorry to have kept you waiting. Well, what do you think? I know it's a bit old-fashioned, but in a traditional sort of way, Ida wore it whenever she could. Not that I'm pretending to be her or anything. Not again. It's just, if this is the last battle we fight to free Alamigo, then she ought to be a part of it.
It suits you.
It's nice of you to say so. And a bit embarrassing. But mostly nice.
I try.
Anyway, the real reason I asked you here was to sneak in a warm-up before the final battle. There's this place I know where monks used to spar as part of their training. Care to join me?
Uh-huh. And this is where the bit from the trailer happens. I forgot that this was if I would have known, I would have like switched to Monk and like gone and put on like the artifact gear from this expansion. Girl has a sword. Like she's got a punch knife. And then they kissed. Anyways. Maybe we got a little carried away, but you have to admit that was fun. Thank you, Igeld. You're the best kind of friend. The kind that's not afraid to knock some sense into you. You're welcome, I suppose. Upon the Great Lock's shore, Lys is feeling relaxed and refreshed. Now that Alice is settled in, it's time we rejoined the fight. Though, actually, maybe you and Alphino should go on ahead without me. I need to talk strategy with the officers, and that might take a while. Oh god, that guy's coming right for me! No, he's stopping. So this is the first time I've visited Rolgus Reach since taking over from Conrad. So we have a few things to discuss. Don't worry, I won't be far behind. So, once we get to the first area of the locks, we're probably going to go ahead and call it a night. Because we are coming up on the end of Stormblood. How many... Hold on. No, that's not what I want. Stormblood. How many fucking quests do we got left? Am I gonna finish this next week? 1, 2, 3. Oh yeah, I'm gonna finish this next week. Okay. I should have been there with you to the end. If only I hadn't been so reckless. Ah, there you are. What was it least wanted of you? Oh, bunny banunny banoy, punching. A sparring match on the Destroyer's very palm. I would have liked to have seen that. But she is right. We have lingered here long enough. I am ready to depart when you are. Take care, you two. Don't do anything I wouldn't. And you had better not rise from that bed until you are given express permission to do so. Oriange will be paying you a visit soon, and he is already worried enough as is. We have a long road ahead of us. Lead the way, Aigeld. Probably just warp to Alighieri and then fly the rest of the way to get to the locks. But since we're coming up to the end of this stream, I want to take this opportunity to thank everybody for coming by. I hope you all had a good time. I know I did. We're coming up to the end of 4.0, the base expansion of Stormblood. And we'll soon be getting into patch content, which is going to include the Stormblood Trial Series, and the Normal Raid, and the Alliance Raid, which I'm very excited for. The Evilise raids are incredibly interesting. Though not generally my favorite raid series. But, you know, I would rather see... Evilise is interesting enough that I would rather see it in Alliance Raid Roulette than I would, like, Void Arc or Crystal Tower, quite frankly. But, like, for my money, nothing beats the Nier raids, personally. I am honest O. Before we continue with this cutscene, if you enjoyed this stream, you can subscribe here on Twitch. We have special emotes for subscribers. You can also follow me on Twitter, Tumblr, co-host at AcidXShark. That's AcidXSHRK, where I post all the streams as they happen. Or you can follow me on YouTube at AcidXShark, where I post all the streams after they happen. Art for the stream, the chat blocker is done by Isaac, whose work you can find on Twitter at _Knucklebone. That's _KNUCKLEBONE. Great artist, does great work. His output is going to be slowing down recently as he is getting a day job. But if you want to check out his previous art and just see what new stuff he puts out, highly recommend giving him a follow. VTuber was done by Audrey and B of Team Capel. You can find on Twitter, Twitch, YouTube, Tumblr, co-host VGen, Blue Sky at Team Capel. That's TEAMCATPLE. They do fantastic work, and I highly recommend checking their stuff out. I highly recommend commissioning them. They are some fantastic fucking artists, and you should commission them. You should use their VGen to commission them. Don't email them. For the love of God. Upcoming streams tomorrow. We've got Immortals of Avium, probably finishing up Immortals of Avium. And then on Saturday, we'll be continuing Silent Hill 3. Next week, on Wednesday, I have no idea what the fuck we're doing. But by God, we will be doing something. And then next Thursday, we're finishing up Stormblood 4.0. So I hope you'll tune in for all that. You are returned! How fares your sister, Alphino? The rapier wit remains undulled, for better or for worse. Have there been any developments in our absence? I am proud to say that Castrum Urbania is now wholly under our control. At present, we are taking stock of the enemy's supplies and redistributing them amongst our men. Also, while sifting through the officer's documents, we learned that a unit of skulls under Fordola's command passed through the Castrum en route to the capital, with a single prisoner in their custody. Crime. It has to be her. In all likelihood, yes. You'll be glad to hear that the tunnel leading to the locks has been secured by our soldiers and is now safe for travel. And one final piece of good news, reinforcements from all 4 Alliance nations have arrived and joined the main host, which has established a new base of operations within the locks. Commander Hex should be arriving soon, yes? When she does, we will call a meeting to discuss the final stage of Ralga's Beacon. Oh, there she is. Sorry for keeping you all waiting. I have that outfit. It's a good outfit. An Alamegan folk dress. How very fitting. And well-fitting, I might add. Alpha, don't be weird. I wanted to do something for Ida. And myself. Nod. Uh-huh. This is it. The last push. We're coming, Cryon. We're gonna be raiding Penelope once we finish up here. It looks like she is playing... I think that's Star Wars Bounty Hunter, actually. To the locks, to the locks, to the locks, locks, locks.
I remember my father's words. How they rang in my ears as we left Castra Mabania behind and looked out over the locks before us. Comrades brave and true, they had come from all across Eorzea to stand with us, to stand against oppression and tyranny. 20 years the Empire had ruled us, but no longer. Liberty or death. Liberty or death.
I like that the Twin Adders, the Maelstrom, and what the fuck are the Ul'dah ones? The Immortal Flames?
I would say to you as a proud son of Alamigo that I am grateful to each and every one of you for your part in this endeavor.
I love that the Twin Adders, the Immortal Flames, and the Maelstrom are all just, like, color-coded, but basically wearing the same, very similar uniforms. And then you see, like, the Ishgardians, who are just, like, fucking medieval knights in chainmail. And the Alamegans, who have funny ears. Who have funny ear hoods. Hey, girl, hey. Uh-huh.
Now, to the heart of the matter. The enemy appears content to remain within the city walls and await the inevitable siege. Open conflict has been sporadic thus far. Whether Xenos is biding his time until reinforcements arrive, or attempting to bait us into a trap, none can say. We know better than to trust his word.
Regardless, we can ill afford to present Garlemald with a chance to ready her legions. It would be in our best interest to press for a swift resolution.
A long siege wouldn't be good for the people in the city either. If food becomes scarce, you know who'll starve first.
Just so. Therefore, I propose we commit our forces to an all-out assault. What say you?
Oh, yeah, alright. Okay, I'm glad we could all nod in agreement.
It would seem we are of one mind. Then let us proceed to the how of it. The Immortal Flames will form the vanguard, supported by the archers and the conjurers of the Order of the Twin Adder, under the Elder Seedseer's command. Once the main host has cleared a path to the walls, we will bring forward the artillery of the Maelstrom and the Temple Knights. I would have your cannons pound the gates and punch a hole right through the middle of their defenses.
Did any of y'all's voice actors show up?
What about the resistance?
Your part will be to occupy the residential district and keep civilians out of harm's way. The people are more like to trust their own.
Of course. You can count on us.
Remember that there is a second entrance to the city proper there. If all goes to plan, we will have secured 2 points of entry. Once both objectives are complete, we press on into the city, surround the palace, and hunt down Xenos.
Glad we could have this conversation.
As for the Scions, you will be held in reserve as an irregular unit until we have more intelligence on your captured comrade. Kryle's rescue will be your primary concern, but I dare say we'll find a use for you once her freedom has been secured.
Thank you, General. I pray we find her quickly.
Rhalga's beacon nears its end. Soon, my friends, Alamigo will be ours once more.
Yay. And then they're fucking penance. Shut the fuck up. Okay, let's talk to everybody. Jamoldva! Storm of blood approaches fast. Hell's open, heavens weep. The end is in sight. It has been a long time coming. The battle for Castromabania was brutal. The one for Alamigo will be unlike any we've ever known. Father has dreamed of this day for nearly half his life. Just one more step. I swore I'd return with an army one day. Here we are. We're almost home. Emmerich, Lucia! Although I have briefed our officers on Garlean tactics and Magitech design, I cannot say with confidence it will be of much use. Xenos has employed unorthodox strategies before, and I know little of these new prototypes. Hilda and her watch will keep Ishgard safe in my absence. You know I would not miss this for the world, my friend. Hell yeah. Most of the Alamegans in the residential district are armed, so I doubt we'll have to deal with many Imperial sympathizers. Carter built those walls to give shelter to his brothers and sisters, and now our people's freedom rests on us tearing them down. Who's Carter? I don't know who that is. Anyway. Cypria? So, this is Alamigo. These Strider cities are all edges and corners. They lack elegance. They have their own sort of elegance. You know how it is. Where are all the others? Oh, there they are. Hold on. Let's go talk to them. Hey, Keeper of the Entwined Serpents! First name Keeper, last name of the Entwined Serpents. Not since Cartano have we gathered in such numbers. This shall be much, much different. So many lives lost, so much blood shed, but it will not be in vain. It was no small feat, but we brought with us the main battery from the Triumph. We should look forward to the show. Look at all these brave men and women in uniform from all across Eorzea. None can accuse us of being an alliance in name alone. I don't think anybody said that, my dude. But, you know, whatever. Alright. Let's go finish up. The stage is set, and the players are assembled. Eorzea has come at last to drive the invaders from her lands. What would Grandfather say if he were with us here today? I don't know. But what I do know is that I will see you next time on the Shark Stream. Same Shark time, same Shark channel. Take care, everybody.